cried. She said, they raped me.
Even told by another person, this woman's pain is palpable, and her story is all too familiar. A report by the United Nations reveals almost half of all women in just under 60 developing countries do not have control over their own bodies, what goes into them, what's done to them, and who makes the decisions. The first of its kind data collected by the UN Population Fund exposes stories of virginity tests, forced sterilisation, honour killings and rape.
Millions of women and girls are denied their right to have a say in sexual matters, to say yes to contraception, and to make their own healthcare choices.
My Body is My Own also reveals how these archaic practices are able to continue. For example, in more than 30 nations, women's movements outside their homes are restricted, while people in places such as Timor-Leste are left with little money, education or agency. It's not just women suffering, men too are among the victims, as are people with a disability and members of the LGBT community. And the coronavirus pandemic is stalling moves to change things, or worse.
The virus has had a significant impact on the delivery of sexual and reproductive health care. And it's certainly limited access to contraception, to safe services during national lockdowns, and we've seen medical supply chains disrupted.
And Asia-Pacific countries don't escape scrutiny.
It raises the issue for girls in the Philippines or Cambodia, for example, for their right for consensual sex. Equally in Thailand, it highlights, the laws that we hear about in terms of women having to marry their rapist. That is still a reality for many women.
Bodily autonomy is the foundation for gender equality. This benefits us all.
This is a basic human rights, not to be harassed, to live with dignity.
And to just be allowed to say no. Andrea Nierhoff, ABC News.